Hello, sir.
Yes, doctor, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Okay, we are online now, and I'm just going to give a
Yes.
small intro, and then we'll start.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And please upload my update presentation, sir.
It's already been done, sir. Hmm?
Thank you, sir. Dhanyavad.
स्क्रॉल डाउन क्यों होते करो स्क्रॉल डाउन क्यों होते करो ये थी क्या थी बस क्या थी तो नथी फुल स्क्रीन अच्छे से
Yeah. So welcome everybody. Welcome to the last day of the series of webinars we've been having on the Get Well with Homeopathy group. And
स्ट्रीमिंग
this
फेसबुक लाइव
evening we are having with us Dr. Obaidullah Hashmi from Afghanistan.
आलिम चे सर
He was to speak to
आलिम चे
us a few days ago, but
आलिम चे
due to some
हाँ
tech
स्ट्रीमिंग
issues from
फेसबुक
his
लाइव
side, we weren't able to have him on
हैप्पी फॉर सलीम
with us. But now I'd like to invite Dr. Obaid to start his webinar. Yes, doctor, it's all yours now.
Yes, sir.
You can use your right arrow to move the slide now, doctor. Yeah. Just see if you can move it. You have control on the slides. Use your right arrow and see if it moves.
Okay, sir.
Yes, you can go ahead, doctor. All yours now.
Okay. First of all, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you so much for inviting me in this great webinar. And first of all, I'm extremely thankful to the organizer of this wonderful webinar, and Dr. Ota and Dr. Karthik, and given me an opportunity to share my presentation on short scenario of homeopathy of Afghanistan. And I will be sharing a few issues of Afghanistan, how the homeopathy is going on here. First of all, let me introduce myself. This is Dr. Obaidullah Hashmi. Sir, would you please change the slides, or I change the slides, sir?
I can change the slide for you, no problem.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I'm watching, yeah.
This is Dr. Obaidullah Hashmi, the president of Afghanistan Homeopathic Medical Association, and NCP of National Contact Person of LMHI, and medical director of Afghanistan and Afghan Military Convention Hospital. Today I will be talking.
आपने म्यूट थी
Today I will be talking mainly on a few issues. I'm audible, sir?
Yes,
Am I
yes,
audible?
you're audible. Yes, yes, very well.
Okay. First of all, I want to make a very short touch of the fundamental of introduction of homeopathy and the founder, because in this webinar our Afghan homeopaths and Afghan doctors and some participants are also here. That's why first of all I want to say something about the founder of homeopathy.
फेसबुक लाइव तो है आमती आलिम की फेसबुक लाइव नहीं था
Homeopathy was discovered by the allopathic physician by the name of Dr. Samuel Hahnemann, and he was a great scholar, linguist, chemical scientist, and a and after much heroic experimentation on himself, he discovered the therapeutic principle of homeopathy, similia similibus curantur. It means let's like to be treated by likes. And very short introduction of homeopathy, that homeopathy is a complete system of natural evidence-based medicine using the principles of like cure like. It offers holistic, individual, and integrated treatment of potentized medicines which aim to trigger the body's natural system of healing. And according to the WHO, the homeopathy is the second largest system of medicine. Uh, Here, I want to say very shortly about the uh, Afghanistan Homeopathic Medical Association. This association is the first association of homeopathic platform that working in for the development and the promotion of homeopathy in Afghanistan. This association is a non-profit and non-governmental organization and serving the nation to with the experts in the field of homeopathic medicine, and committed to replicate the wheel already presented in the world, according to, as I mentioned it, the second largest system of the world. The AHMA started the work few years ago, in 2012. And 2012, and some representatives, they start the work here in Afghanistan for the recognition of homeopathy and development, and uh, for the betterment of the systems. But finally, I engaged in Afghanistan homeopathic medical system, and this association has been found in 2018, and I'm the founder of that. Uh, After that, the first meeting has been held in August 2018. The purpose of this association is to collect the homeopaths, work for the homeopathy, and the recognition and the therapeutic side of the homeopathy in this country. We delivered so many presentations to our private and the government sectors for the awareness and understanding of the homeopathy in the country. Because in Afghanistan, the people are not aware with this system. Even the huge people, they don't understand what is allopathy and what is homeopathy, what is Ayurveda and Unani. They don't have any concept about. They are just visiting for the treatment to the doctors, and therefore, it's a big weakness of the homeopathy, because no one become able to aware the people about this therapeutic system. Uh, in 2019, I become able to link the AHMA with the LMHI International and other organizations. And internally, we have conducted so many meetings with the Ministry of Public Health and other relevant organizations and hospitals for the awareness of homeopathy. Uh, In 2019, for the first time, I've become able to participate in the International Scientific Convention, WHD, World Homeopathy Day in New Delhi, with the full support of the CCRH and LMHI. And thank you, Dr. Raj Manchanda. He gave me this opportunity to participate in this convention. It was the first presentation. It was the first participation of one of the Afghan homeopath in in a great opportunity as WHD, and that participation become the cause. I found the I met some colleagues and who are associated with their organizations, and I found the route where we can work effectively, efficiently for the homeopathy in our country and Afghanistan. After returning back from this convention, and I generated a first homeopathic report that what is the situation of the homeopathy in Afghanistan, and what we are trying to do for this. And this report has been circulated with our health sector, with our ministry, and some other international organizations, and also has been published in LMHI journal. And this is the picture which has been taken, the group photo of our first convention. The first priority for the AHMA, Afghanistan Homeopathic Medical Association, is in July 2019, the 74th World Congress. Our association AHMA has been approved as an institutional member of the LMHI. Why I am telling these things, that LMHI, the CCRH, we the Afghanistan is very new in homeopathy, and very little things are very countable for us. And this is a big and the first appreciation that the Afghanistan Homeopathic Medical Association got the membership of one of the international association. These are the certificates that has been issued by the LMHI. And the first visit of my first visit to India, after that I promised that I have to work, and the AHMA will struggle to establish and develop the homeopathy in Afghanistan as soon as possible. And second visit, we have visited with our government authorities, health ministry authorities, because we have to show. We were telling them everything, that what is homeopathy, the internationally and nationally, but they were not believing and they were not understanding. Therefore, we have created opportunity to go together to India to understand the homeopathy. And this delegation, we had uh, uh, the colleagues. I'm telling you 2-3 colleagues only. The first is Dr. Fida Muhammad
Oh,
Paikan. He is the Deputy Minister of Public
looks
Health.
like we lost Dr. Obaid there. We should be just logging in. Wi-Fi. Yes, doctor, you're back.
Ah, ah,
Yes, yes.
I'm
Go on, go on. Please go on.
I'm okay, sir. All right,
Yes,
thank
yes,
you.
perfect. Go on.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you. And this delegation, we had very great personalities for understanding the homeopathy. The first was the Dr. Paikan, Muhammad Paikan. He was the deputy minister of our public health ministry. And the second delegate, the great personality, Dr. Muhibullah Zir, the Director General of Curative Department, Ministry of Public Health of Afghanistan. And the third delegate, and also the great personality and the follower of homeopathy, Dr. Abdul Qadir Qadir, the Director General of Plan and Policy and International Relationship of Ministry of Public Health. We have visited the New Delhi, and there we have facilitated with some presentations for understanding the homeopathy by Dr. Raj Manchanda, who is the Director of IOSH and Research Secretary of LMHI. This presentation was held in Nehru Homeopathic Medical College. And after this presentation, our participants and our delegates were so happy, and this is their words, that the first time we heard the best about the homeopathy. And after that, we have Dr. Raj Manchanda create some meetings, orientations, in the Central Research of the Institute of Homeopathy in Noida. And also, we met the additional secretary of IOSH, Mr. P.K. Patak, for because still there is nothing in Afghanistan according to the homeopathy is zero. And also, we visited some manufacturing companies for understanding how the medicines are prepared, and is it scientific or not, because in Afghanistan our authorities, they say homeopathy is just like Unani. That's why we had to show that the manufacturing plants and the system and the procedures also to see how the medicine of the homeopathy being prepared. And also we have visited the Baxan Homeopathic Medical College, Greater Noida. uh, to visiting colleges to see the syllabus, their their laboratories, pathology departments, the physiology departments, anatomy departments, and everything for understanding and making sure the value of homeopathy. At the end, these above visits were not enough to satisfy the government officials. Yes, these are the three. We want more. We want more delegates to be satisfied to regulate this system as soon as possible. Next, please. Yes, this was the meeting picture with the additional secretary of PK Pathak in the Ministry of Ayush. And this meeting was created by the Director General of CCRH, Dr. Anil Kurana. Thank you so much, Dr. Saab. You gave us this opportunity. And after returning from this meeting and this delegation from India, and January 11, 2020, I was officially invited because I generated the reports and I tell everyone the report was circulated in all the government departments. The first invitation has been received from the uh, President House, our President House, by the Dr. Faizullah Kakar, who is the Chief of Staff Office of the President of Afghanistan. It was a very effective presentation and meeting, like about 1 hour duration, and the result was very good. At the end, they said, "Yes, we want to help you in all regards, and we want to work for the promotion and the regulation and establishment of homeopathy." Unfortunately, after that, some political issues has been occurred and still has been postponed. Uh, the big problem in Afghanistan, why the homeopathy is still not been recognized and established in the government sector, because the lack of awareness and the people. I'm not talking about the people. If we see the health professionals, care professionals, our health ministry officials, even they don't know about the homeopathy. Right now, the minimum people understood what is homeopathy in Afghanistan. This is the letter in our national language. Is the official letter has been the first letter of the President House has been released for about the homeopathy from the government of Afghanistan. As I mentioned, we are trying, like India. I'm not giving the example of the India, UK, and other countries where the homeopathy is uh, in the top. Uh, as in the start, I mentioned that homeopathy is zero in Afghanistan. We started from the zero. Maybe we are in the stage of the 5 and 10% only. Um, very less qualified homeopaths are available in Afghanistan, and they are not able to practice. They are not able to practice because uh, the Ministry of Public Health has not been able to issue the license of homeopathy to the Afghan homeopaths due to unavailability of the Regulation Act. As I mentioned, homeopathy is still not been recognized, not been registered, because there is no act in our constitution. And for this purpose, we need to work together. Uh, in February 2020, I was in Kerala, and in my presentation, I tell to Ministry of Ayush and government and all homeopathic associations, my announcement was to work with us for the betterment, not betterment. First of all, we have to recognize this system. First of all, we have to bring it to the act of the Afghanistan. Then we can work for the betterment and for the development of the homeopathy. In Afghanistan, there are mainly three type of uh, medical systems or therapeutic systems are available. First of all, the homeopathic, the conventional system. This is, in the word, this is the first category. Allopathy is the first category of the curative system. Uh, More than 90% people are willing to treat with the allopathy, and 4% of the people they are visiting the Unani doctors because this is traditional. Not even in Afghanistan and all over the world, this is a traditional system, and everyone want to visit uh, to the Unani practitioners, and they know about the Unani. And I mentioned the 4% to the homeopathy. Why I mentioned 4%? Actually, this is not more than 2%, not more than maybe 1%. The 4%, the homeopaths of Afghanistan, the people are not aware. They are visiting. They don't know what is homeopathy. Just visit as a practitioner. Yes, he is a doctor. He is treating. They don't know who the doctor is and what is the specialty and what is the category of the his and her therapeutic system, because the lack of awareness. Uh, and next slide, if we talk about the COVID-19, before COVID-19, I want to share one thing more, that Unani medicine is being registered with the Public Health Ministry, and homeopathy is not been registered yet. We, I mentioned in the ad also, and I want to discuss in the middle, because two times repetition is better for uh, convincing someone to help us. Um, we need the fundamentals, and we need in the in the first line help of the homeopathy to be recognized and awareness within the Afghanistan. This is the this message to all homeopathic organizations, which is government or working in a private sector. If we talk about the COVID-19, and COVID-19 homeopathy in Afghanistan, this is zero. As we mentioned and discussed before slides, um, homeopathy is not recognized. When a system is not recognized in the country, how they can work? If we cannot work, then day by day we are trying to understand the people and conduct some meetings with the Ministry of Public Health to recognize this system. And this is not being done lonely with us. We need the help of especially the Ministry of Ayush. And homeopathic, some doctors are treating the COVID-19 patients homeopathically, and they have very great result about. And I have told everyone, please make a record. We have to present these papers to the Ministry of Health. But the problem is here, they are practicing illegally without license by the government of Afghanistan. In Afghanistan COVID-19 update report, if I tell you one thing not related to my topic, because my topic is the scenario of homeopathy in Afghanistan. And this COVID-19, I have to discuss a little bit about that. This sample has been tested 59,172, and total COVID-19 cases are 26,310, and total active cases 20,311, and total receive cases, positive receive cases for the treatment in hospital has been recorded in with the Ministry of Public Health is 5,508, and total deaths are 491. If the homeopathy was help to treat these patients, I think the ratio of the positive cases and the uh, the in the line of prevention, we can help more and more. But now we are not able to help, and not in the COVID-19, even in any pandemics and epidemics, we cannot help out. Uh, and the start of the this COVID-19 in the February and March, our association decided to start the arsenic album and other preventive medicines to start to work in the line of prevention of this COVID-19. Uh, then I discussed with some authorities, but they said before the recognition and before the recognition, you are not able to work. And now this is the time to recognize this system. And because homeopathy, as everyone knows, this is very cost effective system, and Afghanistan people are very poor, and this is a very suitable system to be recognized in Afghanistan. um, Next slide, sir. New
Yes.
task for AHMA. Our organization association is not big association. In Afghanistan, very few homeopaths are being registered in AHMA. We have only more than 100 plus homeopaths, but the active homeopaths are not more than 30. And some of our students are under the scholarship. They are studying the BHMS in India and some other countries. They will be graduated very soon, inshallah. And now we are trying to create some scholarships and short-term trainings opportunities for the within the conventional doctors. Because some of the I receive some messages from the conventional doctors. They are interested to learn about homeopathy, and along with the conventional treatment, they are willing to prescribe the homeopathic medicine also, because they have seen the results, the positive results of their families, and their patients also told them about the homeopathy. Now they are willing to come to the homeopathy to learn about this. And this task, when we visited the second visit to the Baxen College, and we had a meeting, a long meeting with the SPS Bakshi Saab, who is the owner of the Baxens, and he offered this to train our some doctors. Uh, the first term will we will start the scholarships of the six doctors, sorry, seven doctor of the conventional. They are dermatologists, and they will be trained how to treat the skin diseases homeopathically in a Baxen Homeopathic College, Greater Noida. And once again, I want to thank you, Dr. SPS Bakshi, to give us this opportunity. And this this training provide will be provided with all facilities, will be totally free of cost to our doctors. Thank you, Baxens. Thank you, Ayush, and thank you, India. Uh, the second is we are going to host homeopathic webinars, as this webinar has been hosted by the Get Well Soon with Homeopathy. And in future, we are trying to create our own program for the awareness and understanding the homeopathy within the Afghanistan. For this purpose, I issue an official letter to our medical council. Medical council has been, they have approved my application to start the, they will host the webinars by some international homeopaths from India, from UK, from any part of the world. Only the application has been pending in the Ministry of Health, because nowadays some changes has been occurred. The minister has been changed and the deputy ministers has been changed. Hope very soon this application will be approved. And as now I am, uh, you are hosting this uh, webinar, and we will be able to host some webinars, and every teacher will be welcome to our webinars to teach the homeopathy and different uh, on different topics and case studies uh, for understanding the homeopathy in Afghanistan. And this program, all the conventional doctors, the medical universities, and all health professionals will be there, because this webinar will be hosted by the medical council. And because before, one thing I mentioned, Dr. Karthik Saab, okay, we this time we are trying to understand the health professionals, the medical doctors of Afghanistan. And also the second stage is we want to bring the awareness among the public, because the medical, even our medical professionals, they are not aware with homeopathy. What is homeopathy? If we talk about the homeopathy, yes, this is the traditional system, as a Unani system, and English this is called homeopathy, and some of the health professionals told me about this. And last, I have some request from the homeopathic organizations, from organizations, associations, manufacturing companies, and institutions, because please come, aware our people, establish this system, because it, amendment in the constitution is not a small thing. I have convinced so many people. I have convinced the ministry. I have convinced the parliament. I have convinced the president house. But we need a back support for to recognize this system as soon as possible, for signing some MOUs. Uh, Once again, I want to say thank you to National College of Homeopathy, NCH, Kolkata, Dr. Subhash Singh. We were about to sign the MOU, institutional MOU, between India and Afghanistan, uh, but the pandemic has been occurred. That's why it's been postponed. Uh, we want to sign some MOUs with our government for understanding and for supporting the homeopathy. And secondly, when we sign the MOU, automatically the homeopathy will be recognized and established in our country. And the third part is education. There is no institution of the education, there is no awareness, and there is no development. We have to work together to create some scholarships. If it is, we can create an institution within the country, or we can create some scholarships in India and some other countries. That will be very good for future homeopathy in Afghanistan. And also clinical practice. Clinical practice, when the system has been established, the clinical practice will be automatically updated. And the last point is, yes, the medicine availability is a big problem in Afghanistan. I am practicing. When I prescribe a medicine, this is very difficult to find. Only a few homeopaths in the country are available, and they are practicing classical homeopathy, and they have the homeopathic medicines. Uh, Even I have prescribed some medicine not available in the country, and the patient said this has not been available. Okay, okay, please try to contact someone coming from India and other countries. Please tell them to make available for you and bring it from other countries. This is a big problem. How we can, um, I want to come to the conclusion from the start to end. The conclusion is we have to work for the establishment and the regulation of the homeopathy in Afghanistan, and how to develop this system on government base, how to understand the people, how to aware our, how to understand our ministry, and how to link Afghanistan homeopathic with international organizations like Ministry of Ayush, like Faculty of Homeopathy, and other country associations. We want to make a link this Afghanistan homeopathic system to international organizations to make it strong and stable. Um that was, I think, my topic. Dr. Karthik, I think this is enough.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
thank you so much once again. Thank you so much, Dr. Karthik, and the, the organization, the organizer of this webinar, for inviting me in this great opportunity. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Obaidullah. I mean, you have a Herculean task ahead of you to convince a country to establish rules to accept homeopathy, to set up an entire homeopathic educational system. And then when you get the system, then you have the doctors, and then to start supplying the remedies to all these doctors, and to see that homeopathy goes to the public.
Yes,
It is a Herculean task,
very big.
and I know by seeing you, by hearing you talk, you're not going to give up. You're going to
Thank
see
you.
this is
Thank
your
you.
life
Thank
mission
you.
to establish homeopathy in Afghanistan, and we, the people of India, or we, the homeopaths of India, are behind you.
Thank you so much, sir, once again,
Yes.
because uh, we think from 2018 in August we start this work, and this journey is only of 2 years. In 2 years, we become able to understand the ministry, and we had a delegation. We visited to India. They understood well, and before they were not let us to meet them. Now they welcome, they are very happy to see us. And the first official letter has been issued from the president house of Afghanistan. This is a very big achievement, what I think. And the parliament is willing. Two times they have emailed me, the medical commission of the parliament. They invited me to come. They will introduce me to the medical commission. They gave a presentation about the homeopathy, but the pandemic destroy everything and we had very plannings. And let's see what happens. And we achieved so many goals. Now we are trying. The one thing I request from my authorities, from my government and the public health, because the homeopaths are practicing illegally, they are not able to get the license. If they issue a temporary license to the homeopaths to practice, that will be a great opportunity. And second thing, I request from the Ministry of Ayush, because Ministry of Ayush is the first and the powerful authority of the homeopathy and other Ayush system of medicine in the world, to help how to recognize, how to work, and how to bring the public awareness of homeopathy and other Ayush system also in Afghanistan. And this is these two requests I have one from my government, one from my Ayush, and other world homeopathic organizations also. Thank you, Karthik.
Thank you, Dr. Obaidullah, and I'm sure you will succeed, persevere, and when the going gets tough, the tough get going. So we're all behind you.
Yes.
Homeopaths of the world are behind you. So if you need anything from us, you just have to ask. We'll try and help you as much as possible so that you can achieve your goal. We can achieve the goal of seeing that homeopathy flourishes, not just is there in Afghanistan, but flourishes in Afghanistan,
Yeah.
just as it's doing here in India and the rest of the part of the world. Thank you so much, Dr.
Thank you.
Obaidullah. Thank you for coming.
Welcome. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Welcome.
We
Thank
hope
you
to
so
see
much
you
for having
more often, and we hope to hear good news from you very soon.
me. Inshallah. Very soon. Very soon. We will
Yes.
update you, sir. We will update
All
you.
right. All right then.
All right,
Thank you
sir.
very
All
much.
right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Welcome.
you.
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Right.
All right. Thank you. Jai Hind,
Next,
sir.
Jai Hind. Next on our webinar series this evening, we have Dr. Kritik Shah. Uh, he's a man who's been in the homeopathic industry. He's been homeopath for more than 15 years. He's been studying homeopathy. He's got so many achievements to his thing. He is the consultant homeopath for the governor of Gujarat. He's also got the Bharat Gaurav Award from the British Parliament, and he's been recognized by the Ayush Ministry as the most promising homeopathic professional award. And he's a historian homeopath. And besides all this, he runs a hospital in a town called Anand, which is the milk capital of India. This is where most of, if you are in India, Amul. Uh, this is Anand. So he's got a full-fledged homeopathic hospital with more than 15 doctors working. There's an inpatient, there's an outpatient, and he's doing excellent work. Uh, just get Dr. Shah in. Yes, there he is. Yes, Dr. Shah. Hello. How are you? You can hear me, Dr. Shah. Dr. Shah, can you hear me? I think he's not able to hear me. Are you able to hear me, Dr. Shah? Can you hear me? So it looks like he's got a. Okay. Now, can you hear me, Dr. Shah? Yes? But I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now I can hear you very well.
Good evening, sir.
So, good evening, Dr. Shah. Welcome to the Get Well with Homeopathy. I'm just going to upload all the presentation in the meanwhile.
Yeah.
So, just tell us something about the hospital that you've got, Doctor. So,
Yes. Well, I would say because of the teachings of Samuel Hahnemann, I am able to create the first homeopathic hospital in the state of Gujarat. It is the only private premises in the state where we have an indoor facility as well, and we patients are being admitted as well as treated, including in emergencies, on the strong foundations of Dr. Samuel Hahnemann. I'm also consultant to other metro hospitals as well, where we see emergencies as well. and we treat them purely on homeopathic basis.
Oh, and how many doctors do you have in the hospital who assist you?
As of now, 9. We have a team of 10
Wow.
doctors.
Oh, 10 doctors, is it? Okay,
Yeah,
I thought it was 15. Okay, good. I
yeah.
think you'll soon get to 15.
Thank you, sir.
Good. And you have inpatient as well?
Yes, we have.
How many beds do you have, Dr. Kritik?
As of now, we have 2 beds, and we are very soon we are going to increase up to 10.
10 beds, is it? Oh, that's
Yeah,
wonderful.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Because
wonderful.
because the because the hospital concept itself is very new. So
Right.
the premises I have is almost of 2,000 square feet. It is,
Okay,
but
it'll increase. Okay, let me
yeah,
get your slides on. Is this the first case
yeah,
that you're going to? Okay.
yes, yes, sir.
So I'm going to give the stage on to Dr. Shah now. Go ahead, Dr. Kritik.
Yes, sir. Uh, Thank you very much, Mr. Karthik ji. Well, to be honest with you, when I came to know for the first time that the Get Well with Homeopathy is organizing a webinar, and the topic is what makes homeopathy special. To me, it's very difficult to answer because everything is special with homeopathy. And to be honest with you, homeopathy is my first love affair of life, and it will always be. In this short span of presentation, what I wanted to convey is something which is extremely incurable, cured with homeopathy, following the foundations of Dr. Samuel Hahnemann. And whatever achievements I have made in my career, I always believe that I am a student of homeopathy and I am a proud child of Samuel Hahnemann, because it's because of him and his teachings I've been able to be here so far. So the first is the video case. It's of Fukuyama. It's a Japanese muscular dystrophy, which has been cured with homeopathy following the aphorisms of the organon, which I will tell you once we finish the case. I have three cases to show everything in quick short, so that I can convey the purpose and the value of the book Organon of Medicine of Samuel Hahnemann. This is the Fukuyama is a Japanese disorder. It's autosomal recessive disorder where it is mainly affecting brain, eyes, and muscles, including skeletal muscles, leading to weakness, and eventually there is a gross deterioration of the growth, leading to, I would say, gross impairment of brain itself. And as a result, decreased ability to feed, delay in development, swallowing difficulty, seizures, cardiac issues, neurological problems, and a lot of other problems are bound to happen as per the pace of the disease. As a result, this case has a poor prognosis, and the child usually finishes his life at the age of 20 maximum. So with homeopathy, when I saw this child, he was of 4.5 years with lot of issues. I guess 2.5 years with lot of issues, and with homeopathy at the moment he is of 14 years, living life very healthily, and you will be amazed to see the effect what homeopathy has produced. But the follow-up what I have, sir, can I have the video? If you can,
Yes,
please,
yes.
please. Yeah. It is in national language Hindi with exact translations into it.
11 मंथ तक तो सब कुछ नॉर्मल था, कुछ भी इसको नहीं था। बस थोड़ा ऐसे मतलब क्या था, ये लोगों को देखता नहीं था। हम लोग बुलाएं तो बिने बिने मम्मी हूँ पापा हूँ तो देखता नहीं था बिल्कुल भी कि आंखें मिला के देखे। तो हमने डॉक्टर से बात की तो डॉक्टर बोले कि अपनी मस्ती में है, ऐसे लगता है, नहीं देख रहा होगा इतना। तो फिर उन्होंने कहा, फिर 11 मंथ्स हो गए ना, तो डॉक्टर ने कहा अब कुछ करना पड़ेगा कि डिले डेवलपमेंट लगता है इसका, क्योंकि ना तो ये 11 महीने तक बैठा, न बैठे ज़्यादा, बिल्कुल भी अपने आप खड़ा रहना, कुछ भी नहीं। नींद में से भी पलटी नहीं मारता था, पलटी तो मारता ही नहीं था वो। तो फिर डॉक्टर ने कहा ठीक है हम इसको डिले डेवलपमेंट का कोर्स कराते हैं। तो वहाँ पे फिजियोथेरेपी स्टार्ट किया। 1 मंथ ही हुआ था फिजियोथेरेपी को, और फिर इसको एक दिन खींच आ गई। तो खींच आई तो डॉक्टर के पास ले गए, तो उन्होंने सब रिपोर्ट्स करवाई, MRI, EEG, ECG, एवरी रिपोर्ट्स। उससे ये पता चला कि इसको बाय बर्थ ही ब्रेन में थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम है, और उसकी वजह से और डिले डेवलपमेंट भी है। और फिर काफी सारी डायग्नोसिस होने के बाद ये पता चला कि इसको एक फुकुयामा डिजीज है।
तार की लाइट दिखेगा, टेप की लाइट दिखेगा, लाइट ही दिखता जाता है। क्या बोलो, मेरा बिजनेस लाइट्स का, इसके लिए
दिस इज लाइट ओनली।
नॉट एग्जैक्टली। काफी सारी डायग्नोसिस होने के बाद ये पता चला कि इसको एक फुकुयामा डिजीज है।
तार की लाइट दिखेगा, टेप की लाइट दिखेगा, लाइट ही दिखता जाता है। क्या बोलो, मेरा बिजनेस लाइट्स का, इसके लिए
दिस इज लाइट ओनली।
नॉट एग्जैक्टली ओनली, बट अट्रैक्टेड टू दैट। और काफी बार तो नींद में से उठ के यूं बहुत रोता है, फिर हम उसको थोड़ा बाहर ले जाएंगे, घुमाएंगे, लाइट, और इसको लाइट पसंद तो हम बंद चालू करेंगे, फिर चुप होएगा। फिर बहुत रो के उठता है।
डॉक्टर साहब को कितना भी जोर से लगे ना, इसको एक बार लाइट ऑन कर दो तो इसको देखे हंसी जाता है, फिर रोता नहीं,
फिर भूल जाता है कि मेरे को लगा।
Means all his problems are emulated by light.
Yes,
Sure.
yes.
If he's crying, if he's hurt,
If
if
you will
he's
give
injured.
your that mobile, लाइट नहीं हो रही है तो he'll throw. लाइट हो रही है तो ही उड़ लेगा।
Best thing. Good. Kind of this information I always like to have.
जो चीज उसको चाहिए तो फिर चाहिए, नहीं दिया तो रोता ही जाएगा।
वैसे नहीं होता है।
कि इसने हमसे रिमोट मांगा, हम नहीं देते हैं ना डॉक्टर।
Laptop. This is your first child.
हम लोग टीवी देख रहे थे, रिमोट जैसे अभी ये मांग रहा है, हम नहीं दे रहे हैं ना,
What is his
तो
name?
ये ऐसे गुस्सा करता है। मैं आपको वही ऐसे गुस्सा करेगा। गुस्सा कैसा करेगा, यूं करेगा गुस्सा, एकदम यूं दांत तो नहीं, यूं ऐसे गुस्सा करेगा और पकड़ के हमको यूं
हम
मारेगा।
लोगों को पकड़ने का ये एकदम टाइट, ये खींचेगा, बाल खींचेगा, गुस्सा आएगा तो ऐसा बहुत करता है।
बहुत गुस्सा करता है,
तो इसके
बहुत।
लिए पास में जाओ,
देखो ऐसे गुस्सा करेगा। मैं थोड़ी देर के लिए भी इसको एक रूम में बिठाऊं, दूसरे रूम से आऊं, तो तुरंत वो एक्साइट होके मेरे पास यूं आने की करेगा। लेकिन मैं बुलाऊंगी ना, बिनित जैसे अभी बुलाओ, तो वो नहीं रिस्पॉन्स करता है कि मेरे को बुलाया।
दूसरे बच्चे को गोद में उठाएगी तो भी रोएगा,
तो भी उसको वो फीलिंग भी है कि ये मेरी मम्मी ने दूसरे बच्चे को उठाया है,
तो बहुत रोएगा।
उसको यूं उतारने की यूं करेगा कि मेरे को ले, इसको उतार।
अगर पापा उठाएंगे तो मुझे मालूम है।
इवन उसको मारेगा भी, बच्चे को मारा भी है ऐसे। मैं गोदी में लिया तो उसको मारे, हटाए कि मेरे को ले, इसको मत ले। लेकिन मैं उसको बुलाती हूँ ना, विनित देखो ये विनित, तो वो ऐसे इतना ध्यान नहीं देता है कि मैंने विनित बुलाया तो वो देखे। बाकी ऐसे समझ उसको
आपसे ज्यादा अटैच्ड है।
हाँ।
परसेंटेज वाइज हाउ मच वी कैन से कंपेयर 70-30 80-20
हम दीव गए थे तो उससे वेव्स से डर,
वेव्स से बहुत डर,
आवाज जो आता
वेव्स यूं आए और यूं डर के यूं उस पानी में नहीं बैठता है,
नहाने में तो
पानी में बैठता है।
शौक से नहा रही।
नहीं, घर की तो बात ही नहीं कर रहा हूँ। तालाब
तालाब वाला में डरता है, उसमें बहुत डरता है।
जाता नहीं है।